Hi, Tom from bkmnutrition.com, and today I want to talk about how to achieve the goal that you set yourself on your body transformation. Now, whether it is losing weight, gaining muscle, or a combination of the two, you're going to have in your mind an idea about where you want to be after your 6 weeks, 12 weeks, or if it's a 6 month transformation, whatever things that you've set yourselves, whatever goals you set yourself, you're going to have something in your mind's eye about what you want to achieve. Now, the problem is that a lot of the time, what we've got in our mind's eye is a long way from where we are at the moment. And I liken this to looking at yourself across a big chasm. So say you're stood on one side of the Grand Canyon and got the other side of the Grand Canyon. That's where you want to be, and you've got this incredible expanse between you about how you're going to get from one to the other, and you're not sure how you're going to accomplish that. Now, what most people do when they're looking to do any sort of body transformation, they just set their sights on where they want to be and just run blindfold towards that. So if you can imagine, you set yourself a nice tightrope across the Grand Canyon. Well, you might get there if you're lucky, but more than likely you're going to fall off some way through that journey and get awfully hurt on the way down, and then you have to climb back up and you're back exactly where you started. This is what happens to the majority of people who are looking to lose weight, gain muscle, get a bit of better body composition, look better in their dress, look better on the beach, whatever it is you're trying to accomplish. Because you try and set yourself these lofty goals and then just run straight for them, forsaking everything, you generally tend not to achieve it. So how do you set yourself up to win, I suppose? How can you stack the deck in your favor? Well, I always talk about building systems and to support your habits. And one of my favorite authors, James Clear, who's the author of Atomic Habits, talks about having the systems so that you fall to the level of your systems. Now, what this is sort of like is having a safety net. If you build up all these things that you are using to help get to where you want to be, then if you have a wobble, if you fall off, then you've got essentially a safety net that you're going to fall to, which makes it a lot easier to get back on. For example, if you have good systems in place for, say, going to the gym. So if you want to go to the gym more, if you are unfit and unhealthy and you want to be going to the gym more, what a lot of people do is they buy their gym membership and then they go straight to the gym the first day, smash it for about an hour and a half, absolutely kill themselves, come back out, go home, and are very tired and sore for the next week to 2 weeks. And they decide that maybe that's not the best thing they want to be doing. So they're very reluctant to go back to the gym again because all they got from it was pain and hurt. And obviously they haven't built a habit because they've been hurt for the last 2 weeks or so. So if they do go back, they have the same thing. They think they've got to go all out at it. They do a lot of working out, do a lot of cardio, come home, sore again, etc., etc. So they gradually get this feeling they don't want to go to the gym, and you get these people who join gyms in January and they go for a couple of weeks and they stop because they just can't get on those habits. So I'm going to talk about in this video a way you can build habits and build systems in order to go to the gym, but the rules are applicable to anything you want to do. And this is principle 6 of my 6 principles for an effective body transformation, and it is that incredible acts start with small actions. Now, what I mean by that is that if you take our gym example, many people go to the gym and they just plow at it for as long as they can, leave, and then, like I said before, they just get sore and they don't want to go again. However, what I've done with clients who want to go to the gym and want to get fitter and they want to be more muscular or whatever they want to accomplish, but they are overweight at the moment. They're stood on that one side of the Grand Canyon and they want to get to the other side, and they've tried running across the tightrope. They've tried doing that a few times and they've obviously got injured or sore or whatever. So when we talk about it, they say, well, I've got this worry about going to the gym because whenever I go, it's always painful and I don't really know what I'm doing, except I'm a bit out of my comfort zone because I don't know anybody there. All these things are are normal things for people to perceive when they're doing something for the first time, because you're not sure about the environment. You don't know the people there. You don't know if they're going to laugh at you or not because you're the overweight person going to the gym. And this is quite common. So, and generally it tends not to be a nice atmosphere. So what I've done with clients in this situation, I had one recently, he's actually, he features in my book. And what we did was, he said he wanted to go to the gym, he wanted to get fitter, but he was unsure about where to start. So what we did, we said, right, well, let's just go for 10 minutes each time. So all we wanted him to do was to go to the gym for 10 minutes. Now you might be thinking, well, what's the point in that? What's the point in going to the gym for 10 minutes? And here's the kicker. I didn't even want him to train the first couple of times he went there. All I wanted him to do was to go to the gym, maybe sit down, have a cup of coffee, get to know the people there, and then maybe, if he felt comfortable, walk on the treadmill for 5 minutes. That's all I wanted him to do. And you might be asking, why? What's the point of that? Well, the problem is that if we're going to the gym, say after work, our normal temptation is to go straight home because we're tired, we want to go home, we want to maybe change our clothes, we want to have a drink, see our loved one, whatever else. The problem is you get home and then all these other things divert you, and you don't want to go out to the gym, especially if it's winter. You don't want to go out when it's cold or whatever. So what happens is you don't go to the gym. So we had to start right from the beginning by building in a new habit right from the start. And the habit was diverting his work journey to home via the gym. So the going to the gym for 10 minutes wasn't about exercise. It was about making sure he was starting to install the habits of going to the gym. You've got to install that habit first and take time out of your day to do that before you can do the workout. So what we did for the first week, I said, I want to take you another route home, which goes past the gym, drive past the gym, go in 10 minutes, have a cup of coffee, have a walk around, whatever, go to the toilet, come out, go home. That whole process only took about 20 minutes. So 10 minutes in the gym, I think it was a 5-minute diversion either way from his normal route home. That was 20 minutes out of his day. That's not a lot to commit to. We can all give 20 minutes each day. I talk about doing 20-minute walks and reading for 20 minutes, all these things, these small things you can accomplish in 20 minutes to boost your habits and get a better day. So he went to the gym for these 20 minutes, well, 10 minutes, 5 minutes either way, and then he went home. We did that for a week, and then he was comfortable because he wasn't taking a huge chunk out of his day. What happened was he went to the gym, 10 minutes, had a cup of coffee, went home. It's just like going for a cup of coffee. When he got home, he got on with whatever else he needed to do for that evening, had tea with his girlfriend or whatever, and went to bed, whatever, I don't know. And what we did over the next couple of weeks is we built up the time he was spending at the gym. So it was 20 minutes, 30 minutes, got to a full hour where he was doing walking on the treadmill. And then when he felt comfortable, we had a weights program. He started going into the gym to do weights. Very, very soon, he was going to the gym, doing 45 minutes weight training, followed by about 20 to 25 minutes cardio. I always prefer weight training over cardio. It has a lot more beneficial effects, and I'll go into that on another video, not here. But what we did was, because we built those systems at the beginning, it was easy for him to keep stacking them and stacking them and stacking them and getting the results he wanted. And now he is absolutely smashing his cardio. Told me the other day, we no longer work together, but he let me know that he was going to do a triathlon. And you've got to understand that this guy lost over 40 kilos, and then he decided he was going to do a triathlon. He still has some weight to lose, but that's his next goal he wants to do. There's no way he would have thought about that 6 months previously. All he was thinking about was trying to go lose some fat. Now he's thinking, because he's installed the habits of a leaner, healthier, fitter person, he's now thinking about what other things he can do. So he wants to do the triathlon. There's no way I would do a triathlon. I'd absolutely tanked if I did that. So he's now a little bit fitter than what I am. And he's done that with gradual steps. Now, here's the key. Because he's installed those systems, because he's installed those things that are building him up, he did have a couple of days at work where he was working really hard. He had to stay late. He had deadlines to meet, everything else. So for a couple of days, he wasn't able to go to the gym because he was absolutely shattered when he finished. He went home and he just went home and just went straight to bed because he had such a long day. If he had not built those systems prior to that of diverting his way home to go to the gym, he still took the diversion to way home. So he went past the gym, but he didn't go in. He just still took the diversion. Because of that, he was able to get back onto that habit very quickly. So when the deadline was met, he was still driving the way home past the gym. So he was able to stop, do his workout and go home. So he had those systems installed. He had that safety net built. So even though he fell off the proverbial tightrope, he was able to get back on very quickly. And of course, he did then get to where he wanted to be, the other side of the Grand Canyon, achieving his goals. And you can see a testimonial from him on my website where he talks about it. You can see the pictures of his transformation. They are absolutely incredible. He did some brilliant stuff. And he actually told me that because he'd installed all those habits and those systems, and he was thinking like a healthier person, he would take a walk more often than he would when he would be driving. So if he went to the Downs, which is a place in Bristol, he walked there rather than driving there because he wanted to be fitter. He actually made sure he did go to the gym at lunchtime if he couldn't go in the evening because he wanted to keep that routine up. All those were built from that 5 minutes he started going to the gym. So that's his incredible act was built from those very small actions. And that's how you will accomplish your body transformation, with small things that lead to big things. Don't try and do all of it at once. It will never happen. You'll never change your direction that fast, that quickly. It has to be small things. Do things for 5 minutes, for 10 minutes, for 20 minutes. Eventually be doing them for an hour to 2 hours. And you'll get the results you want. And because you've been doing them consistently, you've got the consistency of action, which leads to change, and that change leads to the incredible actions that you will accomplish. So hopefully you can see now how the 6 principles all link together. As well as being at the gym, there was a community, so community builds confidence. All these things, he had an accountability partner in me to keep him there. And he was eating foods he liked. He was enjoying the exercise. You see how all the 6 principles all come together. And now he has an incredible physique, which he is proud of. And he wouldn't have accomplished that without all those 6 principles being in place. So I hope this has given you some insights, maybe some new ideas. If you do want any ideas about how to accomplish that big thing you want to get to, but you're not sure where to start, feel free to shoot me a message. I'll give you some ideas. I probably work with clients who wanted to accomplish something similar, and I can probably give you some ideas about how to do that. So I hope this video was helpful. I hope you got something from it. Certainly these principles, these 6 principles, when applied correctly, can lead you to incredible things. And I hope you do enjoy these videos and get something from them and use them to change your own life. So thanks for watching. Leave a comment if you want to, share if you can, and I'll see you on the next video.